inspirational, cool, funny, very hip, gets the message out to everybody and tells it like it is, and really picked up on all of Natalie's great qualities. And it was the most amazing service. And I appreciate you being in my life and always telling me when to light my Shabbat candles, and you better be sure I'll be at your Shabbat dinners with Zach and whoever else I can bring with me, with Rich Roy. Yeah, you're going to have a bigger menu now.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Really?
100%.
From what he said?
But you are awesome.
He's got the hat and the whole thing.
Tonight, you know, last night we spoke about how we have to go praise God. The concept of Kaddish. What is Kaddish? Tonight, I think I want to go into two aspects. What is your purpose in life?
My purpose is Natalie, saving her life.
And the second thing I'm going to speak about is happiness. People come over to me all the time and say, okay, how come you're happy? How can we be happy? Well, you gotta drink the juice I drink. Seriously.
1942?
That's just starters. Seriously. How do I know what purpose in life is? The only way that we can know what the purpose in life is by our Creator. And He actually tells us what the purpose in life is. Let's be honest. If God is omnipotent, it means self-contained. He doesn't need anything. It means He doesn't need this world. The moment you say God was born and He needs this world, then you don't have God. You have a human. The moment you say that God needs me, then you have an ego. Because you actually think God needs you. God is beyond that. But the fact that He created a world, and the fact that you are here, there has to be a huge purpose. What is God's purpose? Now, many religions talk about that God is all about love. And that's all that religion, that's all God is love. Well, that's not true. You call that God is all about love, then you limit God. God can't be a judge anymore. God writes in His own works, I'm a warrior, and how to fight for justice. So it's not all about love. God is everything. So let's get back to the original question. Why did God create this world? Now everybody can come up with their own answer. Any human being can come up with their own answer. But that's your way of thinking. I have to look what God told me. Why did you create this world? And God actually goes and says, I love the concept of choosing right from wrong to attach to godliness. So God created a concept. It's called a world. Now I'll get to that in a minute. Because I'm going to blow your minds. Stuff that you never heard in your life. I'm going to use words, and it's all of a sudden to become alive to you. The words that I'm saying, especially those that are Jewish, you're going to say, I heard these words, but I never knew what they meant. First and foremost, what came first? The Torah or world? Did God create the world and saw man is messing up themselves and said, let me go and save them and give them a book and how to figure out how to live in this world? Or did God create the Torah and then create the world? Unfortunately, most people think that we messed up Adam and Eve and God said humanity's all screwed up. Here's a self-help book called the Bible and go make your life. Wrong. That's every other religion besides Judaism. Our rabbis teach us Nistalka HaKadosh Baruch Hu Ba'iraisu Ubora Alma. God looked into His Torah. You see, God's will. You see, before you make something, you have to have a plan. No builder starts building. He needs to know what is he building. What kind of a stadium are you building? Is it a soccer stadium? It's built one way. Is it a baseball stadium? It's built a different way. You've got to have a plan. What was God's plan? His Torah. So if God, for example, just going to give you an example. If God wanted us to blow shofar on Rosh Hashanah, He had to create lips, lungs, and ears. To blow the shofar, lungs to get out air, and ears to hear. So the creation of the human being and this world, I need a ram, because that was His will, to get the ram's horn. Every aspect of all of creation is here to be used to serve God. Our job is to transform this world into a godly place. So God says, I made a good world and I created man. How did I create man? Different than He created everything else. Has anybody ever looked in the Bible and noticed how God created the world? It said the Lord said, let there be light. There was light. The Lord said, let the bowl that's here create trees and everything. All of a sudden. God created this world through speech. When it came to the animals, God said, let the earth pop out animals. All of a sudden you had animals popping up. That's what it says. When it comes to the sixth day, God doesn't do it. When it comes to the late in the afternoon, God says, God vayitzer, God formed from the earth a man, v'ruach abba, that He blew into His nose a spirit of life. So there's a two-step part to the creation of man. Everything else is one step. Humanity has a two-step. The first step was Tzimtzum. The first step was Tzimtzum, the earth. The first step was creating the physical earth. The second was putting in me a piece of God. I am the first creation that has heaven and earth together. Did you hear what I just said?
Yes.
Humanity is the first creation because we are the ones that can only bring spirituality and godliness, because we have within us a piece of God and we have within us the physical, and that's the purpose of this world. Now let me show you part of this purpose. How do I say world in Hebrew? Does anybody know? I didn't hear you. What? Ha'olam, the world. How do you say hidden in Hebrew? Esther is Aramaic, good. Persian, Esther, good. Helen, to be hidden. Helen and ha'olam is the same word. God hid Himself into everything. Your job is to use it. Remember I used the word mitzvah yesterday at the funeral. I said it doesn't mean good deed. It doesn't mean commandment. What does it teach us? What does the word mitzvah come from? The word savtso, connection. My job is to connect and reveal the godliness in everything. Do you know you can transform every part of the world that it feels godliness? Oh, come on, you're smoking something, Rabbi. Really? How many of you ever walked into Jerusalem? Raise your hand. How many have walked over to the wall? Raise your hand. How many of you started to weep because you don't know what's going on inside you? Why? Because so much of God is revealed in that place that the God inside you is flickering like a candle. What's going on in me? Why do I feel something that I don't feel in Beverly Hills? Because a lot of mitzvah, a lot of connection is there. You transform the ha'olam, the world, reveal what is Helen in there. I can walk over to the China wall, I'm not going to cry. I can walk over to this wall over here, I'm not going to cry. You walk over to the wall in Yerushalayim, you go nuts. Why do you go nuts? Because inside you, the heaven and earth of you becomes alive. Let me give you another example. Has anybody ever gone, I know it in my own synagogue, or if anybody ever came into my house. I say to many people, when you come into my house, people walk in the house and say, wow, it really feels like a Jewish home. I said, feels like a Jewish home? Why don't you say the word looks like a Jewish home? He says, there's a vibration here. I said, what do you mean? How does a house feel? He says, now, if anybody ever came to my house, I have about $10,000 worth of holy books and Torah books on one wall, another 10,000 over here. There's no TV in the house. Everything looks very holy Jewish, whatever it is. Everything is used for Yiddishkeit. When a person walks in, you're able to go and say, there's a vibe here.
Vibes.
There's a vibe. So when you walk into a Shabbos home, anybody walk into a Shabbos table, you sit down by a Shabbos table, all of a sudden you feel like this. But the Thanksgiving table doesn't feel the same plates, you have the same food, you have the same everything. Why doesn't a Thanksgiving give you that warmth like a Shabbos meal does? Because there's no mitzvah at the Thanksgiving meal. It's just a nice meal to go hang out. Shabbos, God says, I'm with you. You're revealing everything. You can actually feel, because inside you is a piece of heaven and earth. So when people go and say to other people, what is your purpose in life? Your purpose in this world is go into a dark place and bring light. In fact, the very first thing that God did in creation, he said was, there was evening and there is daytime. Day one. By us Jews, we don't start daytime in the morning. We start daytime when the sun goes down. The Shabbos starts, we have to go plow through our dark history, and dark time, until we get to the light. But I want you to know something else. You've heard something, and I'm going to break a myth. Hang in there, because at the end of the tunnel, you'll get to the light. Do you know how un-Jewish that is? Can I ask you all a question? Inside the dark tunnel, who created that dark tunnel? God. So who's in that dark tunnel?
Yeah.
God. I knew. So if God is there, even though it appears dark, what's to be revealed in the dark tunnel?
Light.
God is there. So our job in this world is to reveal the Helen. Now you can all come and see whenever you say a blessing, you say Baruch Atah Melech Haolam. What does Baruch mean? Most of you think means blessed. Oh. Baruch doesn't mean blessed. Could you imagine me, mortal? Blessed are you, Lord. Me? Me, Chaim Min. I'm giving you a blessing. What can I give you? And like we read it in English, blessed are you, Lord. And we go, yeah. We're so stupid. We find that, we believe it. Because the word Baruch really does mean blessed. But what does the rabbis, when they word the word Baruch, and here's something else I got to say. If you have any respect, could you imagine going over to a rabbi and say, hey you? Could you imagine somebody going, hey you? Go over to a principal, hey you? Walking over to your mother, hey you? You get a slap across the face from your mother if you go talk this way, hey you? Bless you? Baruch atah, bless you. Wait, are you pointing a finger to God? You? What kind of derech eretz is that? What kind of respect is that? And we see this all the time. When I said, I'm going to show you words that you say every single day. You have no idea. Baruch comes from the word Birkayim. Does anybody know what the word Birkayim means? Come on. $30,000 a year at Milken should have given you something. So I don't feel bad.
They teach us blessed.
They teach you blessed. But the word Baruch really means from the word Birkayim. Birkayim is knees. You only get knees when you go down. A Jew has the power, and every human being can also, to bring God into this world in a revealed way. Baruch! Come on down. Who? The highest essence. I don't know what to call you. Because name is for example, my name is Chaim. That's my name tag. But it's not my essence. So name is a name tag. It's a revelation about me. It's not my essence. So when I'm talking to God, what part of God would I like to reveal in this world? The essence. What name can I use? There ain't no name there. So the only thing I can say is, you. You! Come down. As God is coming down, he's now in a revelation place. Adam. And as he comes down lower, Elokeinu, that is the name of God, meaning Elokeinu, the numerical value of that name means nature. In other words, you're revealed in everything of nature. Melech Olam. I make you the king of this world. Helen, which is all hidden. What do I want? I want to become holy. I share Kiddishanu. You asked me to become Kiddishanu. We have to become Kadosh. What does the word Kadosh mean? Holy. How do I become holy? How do I become holy? B'mitzvot of. With his connections. V'tzivanu. And you asked us to connect. Lahadlik Neshel Shabbos. So I become holy. I bring God in. So also you stop making a Shabbos table. You make a bracha. Baruch Atah Melech Hamotzi Lechem Min Haaretz. You're really saying, God, I'm calling you. Come reveal yourself here. Make this a beautiful Shabbos table. As long as you don't talk politics and you talk loving things, you can feel the Shabbos table. Because Baruch Atah, you say, God, come on down. The price is right, be here. That's what we are. That's what life is all about. So you can be in Jerusalem and have that feeling at the wall. You can have it at 90210, 9077. Because when you're at a Shabbos table and it's real yummy and everything, I feel what I feel in Jerusalem. Because the same God's there. I can reveal it. And that's the job of a Jew. Now you can understand a little bit why Jews are thrown out from countries and we go, the non-Jews hate us and they throw us out from countries. Well, that's God's divine plan. To bring God into every inch of this world in our loving way. We don't tell a non-Jew how to live their life. So I used to be in Israel. Then they put us into Arab countries. We created the Talmudical Talmud. Right now, there's thousands of lights of Judaism planted. And when the day the Messiah comes, it says the whole world will know God. Because all that light will be revealed and the whole world goes, whoa! Wow, what the Jews did for the last 2,000-3,000 years in exile. They went through a dark pain. They kept that Shabbos. They kept that kosher. Now today we're living in a time when most Jewish people are, I'll say, there's only two types of Jews in my repertoire. Practicing Jews and what? Oh, I'm not so negative.
No.
Potentially practicing. So imagine you. Why were you born in this era? Like I spoke yesterday. Why were you born in 90210 in a non-observant home? Why? You know why? Because God said, I need a little Shabbos candles in places that the guys in the hood will never come to. So when you do your Judaism in your world, you can reconnect. You don't have to look like me. You were given the same mission and the same purpose that I had in your world. Could you imagine one day your friends go and say, hey, where are we going to eat? And they all go and say, oh, let's go to Cut or let's go to Boa. And all of a sudden you go and say like this, I'm taking you to Pat's. What are you laughing? What are you laughing? That's a divine food. But you say, yeah, but the Jews eat it, so? What, are you embarrassed of what we are? Yeah, but it's not the ootsy-cootsy place. Well, go talk to Baba Lazaroff and tell her to kosher her kitchen. I don't have to go there. It's not my mission. So our job is to take the Olam, the hidden, and reveal it. Now let me talk about happiness. Rabbi, you don't have any sadness in your life? Of course I do. I have 2 mortgages to pay every month. Do you know how many times I didn't know how I was going to pay for the mortgage? But you think just because you live up here, the money just flows?
Yeah.
You never. How do I do it? I'll tell you the story soon. But happiness, never, ever buy anything and think you're going to be happy. For example, how many of us walk by the window and go, oh my God, I need that purse. Oh my God, I need this. You go out and buy it. 2 days later, you can't even find it in the bottom of your closet. See, they went $700 gone. You see, the body is insatiable. It can never, ever be satisfied. Never. Things can never make you happy. What is happiness? So I want to use words to show you the power of words. What's the Jewish word, the Hebrew word for happiness? Does anybody know? Simcha. Samech. Very good. Do you know what happiness is? Rearrange the letters. Besimcha. In happiness, rearranges is machshava. Your mind. If your mind is happy, you're happy. What does the rabbis teach us? Who is happy? Who's ever happy with whatever they have? If I don't have it, who cares? Who cares? I don't have it. But the other kid has it. What, your life is all of a sudden ruined because? We're so led to believe, growing up in this country, which is a very consuming country, that if you don't have this dress, if you don't have this look, if you don't have this, you don't have this, I'm a loser. I have neighbors, parents talk to me, that they have their 16, 17-year-old kids, and they say, like this, want to buy them a Porsche to go into Westlake, Harvard Westlake, where they had a Porsche. The kids are the losers. Give them $600 to get them a used car, and put a lot of insurance on it, and that's it. All you need is wheels. No, but someone has to see me. You're never going to be happy. You're never going to be happy. So I live in Bel Air, and I seriously have a Shabbos table that can fit 25 to 30 people. 25 to 30 people every Friday night.
We'll be there.
Now, if you look at my table, it looks long. But if you take off the tablecloth, you think it's mahogany. It's 4 8-foot tables that costed me $35 at Costco, put together with a white shiitake on top of it. And I got these chairs, like regular restaurant chairs, and I put it around the table. And guess what? Every single person that comes to my house and eats a Shabbos dinner, I'm happy! I'm happy! What did I care? I once had a multi-zillionaire eating at my house. And my wife thought, we gotta make, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. So my daughter said she's making the salad. She was like 9, 10 years old. She comes in and she makes a taco salad. She was in camp. You know, in camp, to make the kids eat some kind of lettuce. What do? They give them iceberg lettuce with some tomatoes, and they fill it up with chips, and they put a lot of mayonnaise and whatever in it, and they throw it out. And this way they can tell the parents, you said your kid ate salad. So Dad, Friday night, that's the salad we had, taco salad. And my wife is going, this guy, he said, I never had such a good salad. He wanted millions of it. Why? Because he can go to cut. Even if you go to cut, that's where the Jackie Mason routine comes. Why am I sitting here? Then, why did you see him first? Not see me first. Why is the air conditioner on me? No. You're unhappy. You're unhappy. So the first thing that you have to recognize is, God created me for a purpose. Let me live my life. Not let life live me. Because if life lives you and controls you, you're just going to watch every commercial and every Snapchat. Kim Kardashian. Kylie came out with a new makeup. Oh my God! 10 minutes, it was sold out. I live my life.
What about Natalie?
Oh, you don't know about Kylie? Do I have to teach you
I couldn't believe I heard that.
something?
Let's talk about Natalie.
So each one of us.
He hated the Kardashians. I like
She knew him.
So you all understand what I'm saying. We get so driven what's on the Snapchat. We think that's reality. The second reality is you think that Donald Trump and Obama run your life. They don't. I don't care who's president of the United States. I really don't. You know why? Because what has he got to do with my life? Tell me one thing a president has to do with my life.
Healthcare.
Healthcare? Who said healthcare? Oh, really? Healthcare. Okay, fine. You want to know something? Get yourself into Kaiser. You don't have to worry about it.
If you need a stem cell transplant, you do.
Stem cells? Every Republican president that I know gave money for stem cells. Every Democrat gives for stem cells. They don't run my life. The doctors will come up with whatever. What you have to realize is, when I wake up in the morning, nobody tells you how to live your life. So let's wrap this up. Yesterday, we celebrated the life of Natalie. I pointed out the greatness, what you all have about her is that she made you laugh. Don't look at the exterior. Don't look at everything. Look at the lasting moments that you remember. You always remember when I needed somebody to count on. She went into your dark places too. And she revealed that light. Remember what I said yesterday. We don't know how we're programmed. We don't know why God puts us where we are. Why are you 90210 and somebody in Biafra? I don't know. But I know this is the Garden of Eden that God gave me. This is my Garden of Eden. And I have to make the best of it during the time that I'm here. And every single person that I meet, I got to put a smile on their face. I'm going to give you a story how I almost lost it for 5 minutes being happy. Not 5 minutes, not a minute. I live up here, and I live in my house, and when I first moved up here, I made a synagogue in my house. So basically, my kids were being born, and they would be running around the house, and I'd have services. Here would be, after a while, people are coming into your house. It's trafficking. Imagine every day people coming for classes, private counseling. It was in my house. We needed a bigger synagogue. So the thing is, living up here, it's not like we have land. I mean, if I wanted, I could have bought a building in Sepulveda, I could have bought different places, but nobody really came up with that kind of money at the time. Yeah? You know what I'm talking about.
I remember.
So about 18, 19 years ago, a certain individual, I can't say his name, very, very wealthy man, he said, came to my board, and he said, I'm giving $350,000 if you guys get the rabbi another place. I don't want to give the $350,000 until you guys put the down payment. I don't want to be the seed money, because then I know everybody's going to look for me. You invest, and then all of a sudden, I got all excited. And all of a sudden, the house on the cot, the shul is now, all of a sudden that came up. We got the down payment, and which was a miracle in itself. We got the down payment. We had this a lot of construction on the inside. And so I called him up. So his wife called me up, and he said, Rabbi, come visit Ron. So I'll tell you. And come visit me. I come to the hospital. He says, Rabbi, I have pancreatic cancer. I said, 2-3 days later, he's back in his office. And he calls me and he says, come pick up your check. I promised you. I want to keep my pledge. I come to his office, and I'm just telling you, each one of you in this room has at least $300 to $500 of his stuff in your house. I'm not going to tell you the company, but you have at least that amount, every one of you.
Christ, no.
So what happened is that I come in there, and he calls his secretary, his wife is sitting there. He calls in the secretary and says, write the rabbi a $350,000 check. I realize I just put a down payment. I just signed about $250,000 to go and take care of the synagogue, to make it look the way it is, and it really is a beautiful place. But I'm always counting on this check. So he goes and says like this, the secretary comes back and whispers into his ear. So he goes, how much can I give? He made an acquisition in Europe, and it just sapped all of his main cash. So she said, all I can give you right now is $25,000. Okay. Roll me out of 20 says. So he says, I know what you're thinking. You're not going to get the money because I'm going to die soon. Don't worry. And he looked at his wife, and he said to his wife, will we take care of him? Yeah. I promise you you'll get it. 6 days later, he's gone. I do a funeral that must have been just about the same amount that there was for Natalie. I did Shiva for 7 nights in her house. The wife comes over to me. She writes, and she has a note and everything. I came to the morning, there was a morning thing, I come to the house, and she says, I have an envelope for you, please take it. And she said, thank you for doing a wonderful service, a wonderful Shiva. And that's it. I put the envelope in my jacket pocket, and I'm driving up Beverly Glen. No, I'm driving up Beverly Glen, and I'm right now at Simcha Monica Boulevard and Beverly Glen. I said, I gotta see what 300, I never saw a check for $325,000. So I open it up, a $5,000 check. Dear Rabbi Nitz, you're a great guy, but I'm not giving you the money. If God wanted my husband's name to be on your building, should have kept him alive. You never called me for another penny. Here's the $5,000. Now you gotta realize something. This was a week after Passover. There's no fundraising, if anybody knows, in May, June, July. You can't start during the summer. The next time you're going to make money is maybe the high holidays. I sapped my entire congregation. I now have about $180,000 to $20,000 I got to come up with. I'm driving up Beverly Glen from Sunset to where I live. I'm starting to sweat. and I'm starting to go palpitations. And I started realizing I'm seriously having a panic attack. First time in my life. I know what it is because I learned about it. I pull over to the road. How am I going to pay tuition? How am I going to take care of this? How am I going to take care of this? And all of a sudden the sweat is coming and the heart is beating. You should never know from this. And then all of a sudden I started going this, whoa, 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 stop. And I started singing a song, a happy song, a Chabad song. And then when I stopped sweating, I started thinking, what am I going to do? And then I started laughing. I started laughing and said, God, you're brilliant. If you wanted one Jew to give me the $350,000, then there's all the Jews that I haven't found yet that they could be part of a mitzvah to help build a synagogue. You got him started. Now I have my synagogue. I know over the next 6 months I'm going to come up with the rest of the money. I never was unhappy again. I was on KFI radio for years. I had 660,000 people listening to me. One of the most popular shows of talk radio for years. Rumor has it I know how to talk.
What?
Rumor.
He knows how to talk.
In ratings,
Howard Stern?
in ratings, I was the second highest radio show in talk radio on weekends.
You're the highest rating in my
Yeah,
book.
that's all that counts. Also, they called me in one day and they said, radio's going in a new direction, even though you are one of the hottest commodities for KFI, you sat into the handle, we're letting you go. How do you think I felt that day? How would you feel? How do you think I felt that day?
Not great.
I promise you, I called up my wife, I called up my wife and I said, the gig is over. After 5 years, the gig is over. So she goes, okay. She comes home and says, I'm sorry. I said, whoa, what are you upset about? God gave me a gift. Now God wants me to do something else. I'll just find time to fill my time and do something else. There's nothing wrong. Because it wasn't here.
Sorry, I'm too cold to be. Sorry.
Don't ever think you're not happy. We're all happy. You ever see a baby the day they're born? Tell me who's not happy when they're born. That's your natural way of being. You ever notice two kids when they're fighting and they punch each other out? 5 minutes later, what are they doing? They're playing with each other. You ever see two adults when they get a screaming match? I hate you, and I'm miserable for weeks. How come two kids can continue playing ball and you're miserable? You know why? Because two kids